All right, so now we're coming up on the 5-minute expiration here on the Fed. Fed basically contracts going on. Looking for what we have and market movement that is currently happening. Waiting to see some activity. Things have been pretty insane right now with the Fed funds rate just coming out. And so you don't just want to get caught up in all the excitement of everything. But it does look like we do have, coming up on this new 5 minutes, it's like the Aussie is short, the pound is short, the euro is short. All three of those adding up short for us. Not really going to be a lot of out of the money contracts with all the movement happening on. Whenever you have volume, then what you're going to have is, go up here, click this, make sure we're on live. Then what you're going to see with the with the volume, with everything else happening, is you're not going to have as many out of the money contracts that you may want. But if I go on, I grab that contract, and again, going really, really slow here. And we'll just we'll do a default of 20 for this example, or yeah, I guess we could go down to 10 on the example. And place that order. And here, see if we see any good out of the money. There's an out of the money on US yen on both sides. What do we got here on US yen going on? US yen seems to be running up pretty strong, but it is pulling back a little bit. Pound dollar still seems to be going strong. I'm going to go ahead and add in some pound dollar contracts. God, I just can't get to them. There's no great out of the monies. So you basically got to take the in the monies or not. So just watching. What I'd love to see is a US yen flip. But we could go long the US yen over here for a decent risk reward with all the money that's going right now. And we'll do 10 on that. Okay. This is just trading sort of a, I'd say sort of a difficult time. You hop it in, and this is right around Fed funds rate and everything else. So we're basically looking at long US yen and short everything else. And just looking to see if it's going to flip on us or just getting pullbacks right now. It looks like the euro and the pound are wanting to move on up. If they are, the beautiful thing about that is I can go in and I can look for a out of the money. Like right now, we got the pound at 48.54. And so I can look at anything that might 48.55, 48.64. So I could look in and I could look to maybe hedge off some of these, looking at some of these cheaper out of the monies. I mean, they're flying really fast on that. And so say I hop in over here just in case. I'm just looking at being ready if I need to go, because a lot of times you'll get this pull and then it'll pop right back down. So I'm just watching and I let my trade play itself out. Okay. Of course, best practice, what should I be doing? I should also be setting my take profits. Okay, so I have an order ready in case I need to flip around the other way. But let's go ahead. Let's get our take profit set in here. We bought this at 48. Or sorry, sold this at 48. And so I can go ahead and see 48, 38, 28. We're obviously well into our take profit zone. I'm going to go ahead and take profit on this trade. Looks like we're up, as you can see there, right around $300 or so on that trade. So we'll grab that one and see if we get filled or if we get a working order there when I submitted that. Looks like we got it. So up $300, and now going in and looking at the US yen. On the US yen here, that one is definitely going against us. Let's see, US yen. We did go long. We don't have long. Looking at 120.50. I think we may just be out of quotes. I don't think it's going against us. I think we just ran out of quotes. Looking at the executive 56.50. Oh, we're definitely in the money. So it looks like we got full profit on that. We bought it at 57, and it expired at 100. It will expire at 100. Okay, so let's get our expiration emails. Let's check it. And because it looks like, oh, I lost money. People think that, but they don't understand there's no bid offer going on there on that trade. And so it's just sort of hanging out for a minute. So let me pull up my emails over here. And waiting for my settlement email. It's always that fun part before Christmas, It's almost like am I about to get spanked or am I about to get a present? So just trying to do a couple more live trades for you here, so that way you can see how we do it. I was looking at all different possibilities, but just trading with the volume. And I mean, as you can see, I'm talking and missing out on trades right now. You can see clearly they're trades just firing off. I mean, all the instruments there going off. And I'm just waiting for my settlement email to come in. I should obviously not be waiting on that. I should be doing what? I should be focused on my trading. The volume just keeps picking up. But there's a couple live trades for you, and I just have to pull this up here. Seems like the email's taking forever. And come on, give me my stupid email. Let's see here. Like I said, I'm just waiting on it to come in. All right, there we go. Okay, so first, let's do the calculation for, these are live trades because the demo tickets look different. All right, so it settled the money for $1,000. Okay, so that's what we can see on that email. I'll pull that one off. And let's go on back over here. And there's my buy US yen. So I bought them for 57. So I risked 570. I got a $1,000 payout. I made $430 on that trade. Okay, so there's a $430 profit trade. And then what about my Aussie? My Aussie, I bought that one at sold that one at 48. And I bought it back at 17. So I guess we're going to do the exact math here. I guess I can tear all these off, make it a little bit. So pin that at the top. Tear that one off. Well, that didn't work on the pin at the top, did it? Put that at the top. And grab this one over here. I wonder why I don't do recordings. You know how much money I'm missing out on by doing all this. Let's see. So let me pull this over. I want to get all these open for you so you can see all the tickets. And here's another one. I'll go back and I'll review the trade for you. But it's pretty simple. I mean, went with the trend catcher. Volume was exceeding expectations. I took the trade. I didn't overthink it. I didn't spend a lot of time working on it. I didn't sit back and go, what's my risk reward? I mean, if it was deep in the monies, I held off on. You saw that. When they were like $80, $90 and there's nothing in my direction, I'm going to have to wait for the next 5 minutes. Or it's going to have to flip for me. But, I mean, the rules are, it's really, people make it so hard. It's that simple, I try to do everything I can. I'm just like, this is really it. But if you overthink it, it is going to get hard. Really, really hard. Okay, so there we go. That was my sell to enter. And here is my buy to close. This is my settlement on the US yen. And this is my buy on the US yen. So if I open up a couple fun calculators over here. So on the Aussie dollar, if I went in and I sold 48 and I bought back at 17.75, that's $30.25 times. I did 10 contracts. That's $300. And by the way, let's go over here. I bought 10 of them at $57 on the US yen. I held them to expiration. So $1,000 payout minus 570 risk makes my profit 430. And so what do you see? You see a combination of the two. That's me only doing 10 contracts, not doing like 40s and 50s and stuff like that. But if we go here, we'll get 430 plus 302.5. That's $732.50 in 5 minutes. And by the way, this was after somebody just reported like, oh, the scanner's down. And I notified somebody, they popped it back up. And then I hopped in. I'm like, oh, wow, market's moving. I'm going to grab this trade right now. I have not been watching charts all day at all. Literally, I pulled up Lori's charts in the room, pulled up the scanner, saw the movement, grabbed the trade, put it on, got out, done. I made $700. I'm going to go eat lunch now. You know, at a nice place. But anyways, but I just want y'all to see, like, this is not rocket science. Don't make it rocket science. Don't overthink it. The one thing that I will say that I am big on when I'm doing these trades is I really like to see the volume. I like to see a lot of volume. Not just it exceeded volume, which technically is the rule. It does work. I mean, I did a trade yesterday I posted where we just had a couple bars, okay? But I really like to see, you know, volume. Boom, 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 boom. When I see a lot of that volume, I mean, I don't care. I'm just getting in. I'm like, is that acceptable? Yes, okay, let's get out and go for it. And I was going slow. I wasn't putting my take profits in when I should have. I was just talking through all this. You know, I wasn't over here going, man, I don't know. Which one am I going to buy? Which one am I going to sell? But, I mean, look at this is even since we've been on this. I mean, volume's just flying. Goes long, grab, boom, take profit. It's going down. All right, short it. You know, whatever. But, I mean, don't overthink it. Put the trade on, put the profit on, move to the next trade. And, I mean, here's a long trade that wins. Here's a short trade right now. I guarantee you, profit. Okay, as long as you got a contract. And sometimes people are going, oh, there's no contracts. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, I need some contracts. That I didn't let that impact me to be able to trade. I'm like, okay, it flipped. Sweet, I can grab that one. Right? So, because if you have no contract, because it's moved so far, if it turns around, you're going to have a whole slew of out-of-the-money contracts. Okay? And if there aren't any, you got no more contracts in 5 minutes. It's like you got 11 expirations, you know, not including the intradays that expire on the hour, but 5-minute expirations on 48 markets at one time. I didn't even open. I want you to get this. I do not have even half the chart open. Now, Lori doesn't always have hers up, okay? But I didn't have time to do it, and I've been testing a lot of stuff with our programmers and all that. So look, this is my ninja, okay? And like right now, it's on a not responding. And guess what? Boom! I'm using Lori's chart and trading off of it. All right. And what am I paying attention to? Volume busting like crazy. Going with trade catcher, okay? And making sure I can get a binary that's okay with me. So I don't worry about is it 20? Did I get out at 40? Is it a 1-to-1 or not? I mean, in one case, I bought the 57. Or I sold one at 48 and bought back at 17. Well, that's still not a 1-to-1. Okay. Right? On the other one, I mean, I bought at 57, expired in the money. I made 43. That's still not a 1-to-1. I don't care. There's my profit. Wait a minute. Well, you have to add fees. Okay, that's the next thing. All right, fine. Let's add some fees. 9. Okay. And we had an entry, an entry, an entry, and a settlement. Okay? 10 contracts each. That's $9 per order there. So 9 times 4, 36. All right, so if we subtract out our fees, bid offers, all that, made $696.50 in a matter of a few minutes. Okay? Chill out. Relax. Have fun. Don't make it too hard. Anyways, this is about this is trading the trend catcher. It's out of apexinvesting.com if you want to learn more about it. And I hope this video helped you with some psychology lessons, some just trading lessons. I mean, you're watching this, boom, 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 boom. Look at that euro dollar right now. I mean, that's exactly what you want, right? Uh, and look at the pound dollar flying on, Aussie dollar going down, pound dollar going up. So euro dollar, a little ziggy zaggy, whatever, not as much. I mean, these are flying, so focus on those. And maybe you can't even find a contract. Sometimes what will happen is like, oh, I miss out on Aussie, but I look over, oh, check that out. There's a good pound one available, or vice versa. Okay, and don't trade backwards, trade forwards. If you haven't read Mark Douglas's Trading in the Zone, very, very good book, and will probably help you out a lot as a trader. I recommend, like, if you have not read that, you buy it like on Kindle or, you know, iPhone store or go to Barnes and Noble or whatever. But buy it, make that your project this week. You know, your bonus project. Read that book about getting in the zone and not looking backwards and not making a big deal out of everything and just getting in and following rules, not overanalyzing, not, you know, not so many things. I go into so much on this video, but because apparently making a 2.5-minute video was too short. So hopefully this was a little bit longer. You picked up a couple more lessons. But again, these are live trades. So, you know, anybody going, oh, well, I don't know. It's not live. Yeah, these are live trades. Okay? So, anyways, I hope y'all got some stuff out of this. And I look forward to hearing about your successes and your challenges and helping you out. Y'all have a great day.